Okay, I thought I'd do something a little bit different, showing my reels in the background of some of my one-arm snatches while I talk about how my training program is going, where I think things are going, and what's going on. So right now I'm kind of reaching the end of my training program. I've gotten into... so far it's been a little bit hard on the fatigue management front because these like 97% days and 102% days are quite tough, and I'm not sure exactly the best way to make those days easier, but I think it might just involve like spreading stuff out a little bit, and that's something to work on in the future. I've talked about it in my last video, what the program looks like, but basically it's doing a lot of the lifts all in one day, kind of sandwiched together. Now I've cut back on the accessories. That's one of the things I've done. But right now I'm approaching where I'm doing singles for 97% in my next cluster of workouts. And then after that, I'm going to be doing 102%. So I'm going to be going for PRs, but just 5 or 10 pound PRs. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm feeling pretty good about, you know, some of the lifts, like in particular, clean and jerk is going really well, and another lift that's going particularly well is not bench. Bench is actually going all right. I expect to hit a new PR on bench, which is pretty nice. One arm snatch is going pretty well. It's mainly the clean and jerk that's going extremely well. A couple lifts are going really poorly, and that is the bent press, which just doesn't feel very good at all. And the bench press and the snatch, which I think I'm even backsliding on snatch. I gained quite a bit of weight. I think that being heavier makes it harder for me to get in the bottom position on snatch. And so that's kind of like one of the problems I'm having. Actually going to be coming up on some like newer one-arm snatch videos here in a second, and I can talk about a little about the form adjustments I've been making. That one was... I think that one was particularly snappy. Let's take a look at this one coming up right here. This is with 155. One thing you'll notice about is my right arm is a lot stronger, but my right leg is also stronger. And so with one arm snatch, you're getting like more push or a longer push with your offside leg. And so I get into better positions with my left arm, but I can't press out with my left arm. Whereas I can press out like pretty dirty with my right arm. This is, I think, one of my better looking one arm snatches ever with 150 pounds. And this is an advertisement. So maybe we'll stop looking at that stuff there. So what was I saying? So the it's going pretty well overall. And we're... One sec, I'm gonna watch and then continue the recording. So this is something I want to talk about anyways for the recording, so that'll be somewhat good. So this is my current all-time PR with 160, and you'll notice I'm like leaning to the side first at the start of a lot of these, especially the ones that start coming after this, where I am instead of trying to twist back entirely, I'm instead twisting sideways and then pulling back, which is a rather large adjustment that I have made. You know, it's, let's see. Sorry, this is all a hot mess, actually. Let's see if we can see it in here. Yeah, so you see me tucking to the side to try and get into position. And with these lighter weights, it's a lot... okay, this is a good video to watch. So you'll notice I tucked to the side. Instead of having to extend full extent backwards, I'm starting like extended here and then coming back almost much more squared up than I was before in terms of the form. And so I think that this allows me to pull up a lot more than pulling back. And this is a pretty big adjustment. This is 140 pounds right here, I think. No, it was 130. And that's the end of my shtick. See a bunch of poker stuff. But just moving forward, the one arm snatch is going extremely well, and so a lot of it has to do with like those form adjustments, the little ones I talked about. Another one is I'm using like heeled shoes and trying to be more upright, which I think is eventually like where I really want to go. This is a new idea I've been thinking about, is how it's quite possible that that my weight interferes with the positions I can get into in the bottom positions, specifically with like the weightlifting lifts, but also with the like one arm snatch. Well, that's like kind of a weightlifting movement, just because my gut gets in the way. I'm up to around 310 right now, and it seems to be helping for clean, or whatever I'm doing is like seems effective for clean, but snatch is just, it's like my enemy. And so like, and it doesn't seem to be much better going into this like pre-max out period where we're going to go for a PR and then we're going to deload. So after the 102 week, because it's like a 3-day period, we're going to go into like an 80% and then a 70% and then max outs. And I'm like kind of concerned about, where max outs are going to look on a lot of these lifts. It's especially like the bent press and the snatch. Those are actually just the ones I'm concerned about. I think I'll hit new PRs. I seem to be really, and I should have talked about this more, but I seem to be really back on the squats. I hit 585.3. I'm not sure if I posted that yet, but the squats are feeling extremely good, which is very nice. I hadn't squatted 560 plus since last October when I hurt my quad going for 635, which is 6 plates and a quarter. I'm fairly confident I could have hit it then if I didn't get hurt, and I'm fairly confident I'm going to hit it now, going into this max out. And what I'm hoping for is that I can hit around 650. We will see. I think that I'm 30 now. I seem to be plateauing a little bit in terms of what I can hit. And I think that a 700-pound squat might be my last 100-pound threshold I ever hit. If I hit it, it's either that or like a 400-pound bench. Right now my bench is at 340, and that was without a belt, so maybe I could do 350. And so it's whether or not I could add 80 pounds to my squat or 50 pounds to my bench. My deadlift is 600 pounds, so I'd have to add 100 pounds to my deadlift. And my clean and jerk is 315, so I'd have to add 85 there. And my snatch is just over 200. And so I think that this might be, I think I got about 5 more years in me where I can keep getting stronger. And I won't be getting way, way stronger. And so this is maybe my last avenue of ingress for hitting like one of the 100-pound marks. And so that's something I think about sometimes. But like right now, just focusing on what's going on is today I got another deload day with 75%, then a rest day, then a 92 day, a 92 day, a rest day, possibly an additional rest day. Or sorry, not 92. Those are 97 days. Possibly an additional rest day, so taking 2, maybe, depending on how I feel. And then 102 day, rest day, 80 day, rest day, 70 day, rest day, and then max out start. Yeah, not sure how I'm going to structure max outs yet, but it's very nice that I'm getting to the end of this training cycle. I'm not injured. I feel pretty good about some of the lifts. I don't feel good about all of them, which is a little bit of a disappointment, but the cleans seem to be coming along just crazily. Like before this training cycle, I think my PR for clean and jerk triple, or clean triples and jerk triples, or just clean triples, I think was like 225. And I knew what I could do was more than that, but that's the most I'd ever done. I think the most I'd ever done for a double was 255, and now I have hit, I think 295 for a triple and 305 for a double. And so, which was just like kind of outside like what I thought was like reasonable for me. And so now maybe I will be able to clean and jerk something that's perhaps not reasonable for me. And so I'd be very excited if I could clean and jerk like 330, 335, something like this. And just like kind of just quick rundown of like how I'm thinking these max outs are going to go, or where I think I'm going to be at. For Snatch, I think I'm probably going to be around 200, 210 pounds, 205 pounds, something like this. I'm not very optimistic. My absolute PR is 230. Last time I maxed out, last time I had like a max out session, I didn't hit Snatch because it was just going so poorly. The time before that, I got up to 215, and this was like last October. I don't think I'm going to hit 215. And I really need to go to the drawing board and like work on like a lot of stuff, and try and figure out how to have like a lot more volume of like, I think like my pulls off the ground are really bad now. It's just tough because you're trying to train so many different movements, and the Snatch is like highly technical, and I don't know. I think my fluctuating weight also changes the lift quite a bit, and so I think that that's not good for the lift. And so I should try and get to like a stable weight. I should lose weight and then get to a stable weight. But that's okay. I think Snatch, my guess is somewhere around 205. That's like my prediction. Here, I should write this down. So Snatch 205. For clean and jerk, I can't imagine hitting less than 315 at this point. I'm not sure I'll hit so much more. So for clean and jerk, I'll guess 325 maybe. Then for squat is really tough to guess, because I haven't squatted. I've done the triple with 385, and before I hadn't done a triple with not 385, 585. But like I haven't squatted heavier than that in a while, so I don't know how 600 pounds feels, how 620 pounds feel. My guess is going to be that I'll squat somewhere around 645 for the squat. It's maybe I should just say 650, because I probably won't attempt 645. Yeah, there's no way I attempt 645. Like being able to hit 650, like I will probably attempt 635 and then jump to 650. And that's probably how I'll do it. For bench, I'm gonna guess 350. I hit 340 without a belt. I don't think I've really gotten stronger. I don't think I've gotten weaker though either. Or I think I've gotten maybe a little stronger. I don't think I've gotten weaker. So for bench, I'm gonna guess 350. For deadlift, pretty hard for me to say. The lift isn't feeling way better. It's actually not feeling very good at all. I'm guessing I don't PR and I just hit 600 again. I'm hoping I can hit 600 again. I guess I'll guess 605 because I probably won't attempt 600. I'll probably just attempt a PR, and I'll either hit it or I won't. So 605 is maybe the safer guess. And then for one arm snatch, I'm thinking I will actually go up. I don't think I'll go up a lot. I will guess that I'll go up 10 pounds with the right arm and 5 pounds with the left for 165 on each. Maybe I hit 170 with the left. Maybe not. I'll certainly try it. And then for the bent press is not feeling very good at all. But the left is actually feeling somewhat closer to the right, so I'm guessing I will hit 175 with the left, which would be a 5-pound PR. Or actually 180 with the left, maybe, let's say. Let's be a little optimistic. It's not feeling good at all. And then maybe I can squeeze out 190 with the right. I really don't think I'll be able to do more than 190. I've been doing a lot of bent press with the reverse included, and it doesn't seem to be carrying over, but it might just be I'm just not adjusted to the really heavy bent presses, and once I become adjusted, then the adaptation will like really kick in and show itself to be useful, but we'll see how that like plays out. If you got to the end of the video, comment what you think of me putting my lifts off to the side while I do these. Obviously it was a little bit of a hot mess in terms of the setup, because I was just watching it on YouTube in the OBS. I'm sure there's a better way to do it. If you liked it, let me know, and I will try and find a better way to do it. And then, yeah, so, like, that type of feedback would actually be excellent. Like, super excellent. Like, I'm actually asking for that type of feedback for anyone who gets this far. If you just think it's kind of like a nothing burger and you'd just rather have these types of videos where I'm just, like, talking to the camera, just let me know as well. Let's see. Yeah, and I mean, I just hope it goes well. If you have any questions on anything, you can always just, like, leave them in the comments. If you have suggestions, I know I said this last time, but I might start doing tutorials. If you have suggestions or requests on tutorials, I will probably start with what suggestions or requests there are before other things, unless it's something I think I just like shouldn't be like giving a tutorial on type of thing. Like if you like for weightlifting form, I just think you just categorically just shouldn't come to me. And so that would be something where I would like probably just be like, no, I don't think I can do a tutorial on that. But other than that, I feel pretty comfortable. And so, let me know, comment, like, subscribe, YouTube algorithm stuff, and have a good day.